Good morning. Well, I'm sitting by my tree in my park. Fiscus tree. I've had it for 19 years. It keeps me healthy in my front room. Well, today I want to talk about uh, operations, dangerous operations for the aging. I've been trying to help someone who is scheduled for his seventh, seventh hip replacement because every one they put in, he developed a bad, very bad staph infection, and they had to take it out. Well, I took an interest in him when he had knee surgery, had trouble with it, an infection, and then he fell and broke his hip. So I thought, oh my God, this guy's had a terrible run of bad luck. And I wanted to talk to him. He's quite shy. I've asked him if he would talk on camera, but of course you don't do that. But I think it's absolutely imperative that residents who are facing such ordeals, that we should, the neighbors and people who know them well. I've known this fellow for years, and he's probably our best athlete, which makes it even more just sad. He was a golfer, and he was absolutely championship ping pong player and pool player. And I tried to get him to play pool with me, but he was undergoing all. And so I got Steve, who is a great pool player, and he's undergoing a terrible ordeal with cancer. So, and I've been trying to talk to him too, when he would be willing to talk. And, both of these gentlemen, who are really still in their late 60s, are facing possible death. And that sort of puts everything into a different perspective. I'm 85, but I'm in relatively good health. So age, again, I say, is relative. It is, you can age 20 years if you get a very bad staph infection repeatedly. You're going to come home looking like you don't have long to go. And you might not. So, and my son is facing his third hip replacement. So I'm just praying that he won't get an infection, that he'll be okay, because that's really what you have to fear in hospitals, is infection. And in here, when we hear MRSA, we go, oh, MRSA, MRSA, oh, because MRSA has hit a number of our residents. And MRSA is a word that can strike fear in the heart of anyone who is in a hospital. In fact, I knew a woman who had lived in here. She was one of our presidents, past president of WRAI, the tenant organization, and she went in for a stomach reduction. Yes, stomach reduction rather than the gastric bypass. Well, MRSA got into the inside this incision. They fought it. She fought it for a year. Had to be on a feeding tube. Then she just said, enough. I can't take any more. and went into hospice and died. And I remember when she said she was going in for a stomach reduction, I had a bad feeling. I wanted to say, oh, no, no, you're doing so well on your high protein diet. But she wanted to be thin a lot faster. But all of that comes with high risk. So anyway, I feel grateful to think that my habits that I developed as a Mormon, especially a girl, I didn't drink, that was extremely frowned on, didn't smoke, so was that, I could have experimented around if there hadn't been such a taboo. So and my father was an alcoholic, so I was afraid if I got drunk, that would be it. I'd be an alcoholic overnight. So I wouldn't even get drunk, I just, no. So, but the one thing that my mom didn't emphasize is food. And she gained weight, and nearly all the ladies would be gaining weight because sugar was a big item. That everybody, we had sugar wherever we went. We went to any occasion, and we had it on the table every meal. We bottled jams, all kinds of sweet stuff. No limit. People would have 100 pounds of sugar in their cupboards. 100 pounds here, and I never even thought, and my mother had a store, and so we'd go out to the store and get us some candy. I don't even know why we all didn't have sugar diabetes like crazy when we were kids. And there was a little girl there that had sugar diabetes, junior, and she was having a really tough time. But that just, if Mormons had decided that sugar was bad, they just shortly put it in the word of wisdom and said, because they had a big influence with their word of wisdom, with taboos against alcohol, tobacco, and coffee. And of course we have drugs now presenting a big problem. Prescription drugs. So, and now I'm fighting, my big fight to lose more weight, because I know I'll live longer if I do, and walk. And it's a big struggle to lose those extra pounds that I had put on with my sugar diet, carbohydrates, and we did a lot of cooking, and I remember there was a family they called the butter family. They never cooked anything if they didn't put butter in it. And was it good? But they were all, as you can imagine, heavy, because they just ate lots and lots of butter. Butter straight from the cows. Nothing better. So anyway, we just have this great big struggle in life. We can't give up. We have to keep trying to get a hold of these kind of habits that we developed when we were ignorant. We didn't know any better. I think that's always the case. You develop a bad habit from not knowing better, and how much it's going to haunt you when you get older. As I noticed, the guy who's going to have his 7th hip replacement was a diabetic, and I noticed he had the red mark beginning, showing diabetes was not well controlled. So sugar was probably an element in his deterioration of good health. Because if you have diabetes, that's going to be, surgeries are going to be more difficult. There's more inflammation. So, it's just a big struggle all the time to live healthy and live longer.